Eva.
Mm.
Ah,
There was one thing that I actually wanted to ask about, but then now when I sit with you, it's not there, or
mm.
like it wasn't, but somehow it comes just to speak it, just to see, because maybe it's not needed or there's nothing to do about it, but I just wanted to uh yeah, it has to do with
Uh, did we turn the recording on, Eva?
oh yeah, I did, but
Oh, you did.
somehow no, but
I just,
somehow
oh, it
okay,
is
yeah, it's
on.
on.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
I just didn't see it, and
The
I
the
thought,
whole
oh,
Zoom out the whole Zoom changed. The whole how it
looks
looked.
different, huh?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was like so everything's in a
Yeah,
different place, but
that's why.
it's recording, yeah, to the cloud.
Cool. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
because I always, it's so
Okay.
precious
But
for,
normally it's somewhere else. Yeah. So
yes. No, I've been just asking because I know how important it is to many people to get this conversation. So,
yeah, no, it's
yeah.
good. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, no, it's the lately that um I don't even know actually how to describe it. It's just something, if somebody does very, very angry to me, especially people that are close to me. Which I have some, yeah, like one or two people that are close to me that can sometimes do really, really angry. And make me feel very, and then I feel like very wrong about myself, and it goes so deep that they then maybe just need a little bit of time to digest. But I go into such an anxious place that it's almost like I cannot. It's like very, very difficult for me to then just think, okay, here I am. It's not the end of the world. It feels like, and yeah, it touches something very existential, I think. And it was really coming up now. And also it comes with a lot of anger because I feel then I'm overstepping, because actually I feel also wronged, because I feel that they shouldn't do to me like this. But I don't just dare to say it or walk away, because then of the fear of losing, or that there's no more harmony. And so also there comes a big anger, because I actually yeah, so I'm compromising kind of like my authentic reaction.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
Wow, what a big seeing.
yeah,
Wow, fantastic. Mm. Just let it be there for a moment. Just being in awe of that amazing seeing. Mm. It's actually very obvious that that is a survival reaction, isn't it? So,
yeah,
yeah. So, wow. And you see it so, so clearly. Mm. Yeah, gives a breath, just the seeing. Mm. Mm.
yeah. I feel that feeling of having to hold back, and yeah, because if you don't, yeah, everything goes to shit, basically. Yeah,
Right now, you right
no.
now, no. Can you describe the feeling right now? It's good that all the other stuff is acknowledged, but let's just see right now how it feels when it's shared and the way we receive it. Let's just see how that feels.
No, I don't feel that right now. I feel just that I can be.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just savor that for a moment, that, wow, here we can be. Mm. Mm. Even that sweet, sweet, vulnerable smile that comes, it's so
mm,
vulnerable, so raw. Mm. We have no clue why a place like this, actually, we don't have a clue. I mean, we can find explanations, but truth is, we really don't know. But what's beautiful is that we have a moment of resting with it all.
yeah. I could also feel that, because then the mind goes into, okay, but how can I make sure that this? But I can also feel that that's not needed at all. No, I can just rest also, and it will be, yeah,
Let's just
moment by
acknowledge
moment.
the mind.
Yeah,
Let's just acknowledge the mind for that beautiful intention. to figure it out, you know, how it really wants to help here. So that's just that acknowledgement again, just that acknowledgement. The mind is trying to find an answer to that because it's very, very, very uncomfortable. And it is very, for everyone, it's very, very uncomfortable to be shouted at.
Yeah, and also they are actually, one of them is a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I also feel that it's difficult to that I actually start to avoid meeting because yeah, then I know I'm gonna explode at one point. It feels like that, and then
Mm. Mm.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't want to risk the friendship, and yeah,
Yeah.
but it's of course that's also not yeah, like a good way to have a friendship or to
Yes.
be in it.
So right now, let's even leave all that. Let's just go with the acknowledgement what the system is doing when
Yeah,
it comes into a situation where it could be shouted at, and you know it has experience with some people um, that happening. You know, so we not judging. We're not putting anything on top. We just let just the mind speak and we acknowledge. We're not interfering at all. We're not saying right, wrong, or it should be or could be. Just that's the situation where it finds itself sometimes in. Oh, and we're here and we listen to it. Yeah, without having any suggestion, with empty hands, but open arms.
yeah.
Empty hands, but open arms. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that feels really, really good because then, yeah,
Yeah. And so on any other thought form that comes along, just speak it. So fine.
no, I feel a lot of peace right now because I feel I don't have to find a solution, and I feel that it's just, yeah, there's nothing to think about. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with any of those reactions. Both sides,
No,
kind of. We
it's
don't
just
know
how
how
it is. Yeah,
that's just how it is sometimes in the past,
yeah,
because we have no clue what's going to come. We just never
no,
know. Yeah. And somehow, I mean, how sweet the system is. It so wants peace, huh? So, and it also doesn't want to lose those friends or those people. So it adjusts itself and does all those beautiful things to keep the connection, to keep the peace, all of it. So we're acknowledging. Nothing wrong with that. Also, nothing right with it. It's just the
no,
way, no, it's just the way it is.
yeah,
Yeah, and we are here with our open arms.
yeah,
Yeah. No clue what to do actually in a situation like that. It's very difficult. We just all, I'm pretty sure each of us knows, gosh, when we're getting a blast of that kind of energy, whoa, it's very, very, very difficult to stay anchored and not not engaging. It's not easy for most of us up until now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Because of course, yeah, all these thought patterns about what is right and what is wrong and what And it's so nice that it's all not needed. It feels like really like that's just happening. But yeah, I can feel it. It's really feels really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of, meeting this from another timeline in a certain way. It's like stepping out of that spin and looking from a little bit, yeah, from another
Yeah.
place, let's say it like that, from a place where there is peace. So it's kind of so that it can maybe get a little bit of peace too. And I can see that in your whole being. It's much more vulnerable. It wow, it so longs to come to peace. It does not know what to do yet. Yeah, it's not easy, let's say it like that. But because we're meeting it from a place of peace, at least it can relax a little bit into itself. So that it doesn't feel wrong, or that it doesn't have to find a solution right now.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, when it gets a bit more stable in itself, then we can maybe look what options are there, if there are options, how one could react, if that option even opens up, if there's a bit more time and space, because when the blast comes, it's so fast, isn't it? It's like, and out you are. It's so powerful. So, maybe at one point, oh, we can keep our ground and oh, wait a moment, this is what was this,
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I don't know. It's like, no, okay, I guess I have a bit of a time out. I don't like this too much, or options will open up when it slows a bit down and when there is more space to keep our feet on the ground. It might open up that way. It might even open up that one will not compromise anymore. I've had that experience definitely. And then, wow, it's totally different world opens up. It's like you think, oh, they will never look at you, and all of a sudden they come and apologize, or, all these
Yeah.
things can happen. But it could also happen that you will never talk again. Or, anyway, there's so many options. But right now we are more receiving that which uh, feels troubled in the space of peace. So where it doesn't have to do anything actually. Yeah. Yes, yeah, and then it starts breathing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm. What's happening now?
Yeah, I feel it feels like very free.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you noticed something else, but yeah, for me it feels, yeah, like I feel just very safe, and by knowing that yeah, I don't have to do anything and I can just uh observe, like and feel how the system feels, and that I can bring it to comfort if it needs, and that that's all okay. Yeah, that it feels safe. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, that's wonderful. So I'm not sure, maybe it's too early, or maybe it is ready. Would there be other options for your system to react? I mean, I'm just to explore, just to, if something pops up, just doesn't have to, but there can be so many other reactions too when one doesn't get lost.
When this happens, when someone does so angry, yeah,
Yeah,
like instead of instead of going into kind of like this panic,
yeah,
or that I hope that sitting with you and just coming more to another place in myself or something, that I
yeah,
can just feel that I can keep the bigger perspective, that I'm not getting sucked into this whatever that is existential thing, but that
yeah,
I can maybe remove myself out of the situation and just, yeah, let it
oh,
come to, yeah, take a time out, or,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, far out. Yeah, so wow, that's actually really amazing that, you know, that could be an option. That's, sometimes the system gets so blocked with when there is a blast that just there is no option. It just has no clue what to do then. So just that
no,
you
and
can
it feels that
feel
then I need to make it right. I need to
the
solve the
conflict.
disharmony or whatever,
Yeah,
to make it right again. And I hope that that feeling of having to do that, that I don't feel that I just feel okay, this is
yeah,
just happening, and yeah, whatever the system then in that moment needs, but that I don't have to go pleasing and compromising to fix the problem.
all right.
Yeah,
How does it feel to speak this?
yeah, it feels really, it feels like, uh, yeah, really good, because I can feel that other part is like a little one, or like a kind of like a, so it feels more mature, kind of,
It
or
feels
whatever
more
to,
mature,
yeah.
far out. Yes. Fantastic. Mhm. So we still have no clue what the system will do if it comes into a situation like that.
No.
Yeah. We just know, oh, right now in this moment, it can even think of other options. Yeah. That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm curious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, another aspect that comes to my mind, sometimes, and I'm just speaking from my own experience when conflicts happen in my life, um, especially with people that are close to me. So sometimes it's really good to have a conversation when there's no excitement, when actually everything is all right. So kind of inviting a conversation, like this, and sharing, maybe just sharing. So repairing also in a certain way, because when something like that happens, it's on both sides. It's it's like a deep cut in a way, huh? It's a deep cut of trust, or it just will be always in the atmosphere when you meet.
Yes,
That's
exactly. And in
will
this
hang there.
particular case, I think it actually has to do with that it's too close. this has to do with the dynamic already that is existing in that moment, um that it's too close already, that you feel that you have to do something together, or while you actually maybe just want time for yourself, and then you do it, and then the systems get irritated, and then this conflict comes. So I already feel that when there's more less that symbiotic stuff, and
Mm.
just more like this more distance already makes it much better. Yeah,
Ah, wow. So that is
yeah,
really, really cool to notice.
yeah,
Yeah, that's really wonderful to notice. So you actually get the signals when something is going into when it's building up, when it's starting to build up.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty awesome. You know, the earlier you notice, the earlier then you can maybe still take care. You know, when it's building and building, but at one point, woof, there's just explosion.
and
It's-
it's actually then
it's-
ignoring what the systems or what the system want. It feels already
yeah,
like it wants to be do something else or be alone, or but then it's
yeah,
difficult to say because you need to do something together or whatever, and then yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So if you can follow those signals earlier on,
yeah,
it could make a difference.
yeah,
And again, if there is some repair to attend to with each other, I would recommend to have a talk about that when your systems are both at ease,
yeah,
you know, like so that that is out, and show yourself as both invite each other to be as vulnerable as possible.
yeah,
Because that will clear it out of the space so that you can meet fresh.
yeah,
Otherwise, it will just always fly around. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It sits there
Yeah,
somewhere.
I don't like that at all. That's for me very
No.
difficult because I cannot, if something is in the air, and then for me I feel I that feels so much that I never I always, so that's yeah, that feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And the other feels it too.
yeah. Well, some
Definitely.
people have more, they are better with leaving things in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but it's
yeah.
ignorant. They feel it come out.
Yeah, but I wonder that I think they feel it, they must feel it differently, because I am sometimes, if they feel it like I feel it, they cannot leave it because I feel it so strong. But I guess some people yeah, they have different they feel it different then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have different strategies, but it
Yeah.
is there, I tell you. That's why it is very often so difficult with people um, that can't acknowledge that there is something going on to even
Yeah.
have a connection because they're so disconnected from themselves already.
Yeah.
It's and then it is very yeah, it's you can't really you can't really meet. It's cut off.
Yeah. And it's also confusing because
Mm.
then if you want to speak about it and the other person says that there's nothing, then yeah, but that it's also about just staying with the system, and yeah, um,
I mean, okay, when if the other person um, doesn't want that conversation,
yeah,
then you have to see what the consequences for that.
yeah.
You know,
It's also just so simple. If there's no, there don't have to be like all kinds of stories, or like what you always
mm,
say with the animals. If they don't feel comfortable, they just walk away, and then they walk
absolutely.
in again. That it's okay to follow that also. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We are a bit more complex
yeah,
animals.
yeah. We need to talk maybe at a certain point, but
Ah,
yeah,
that sharing is, especially if it's vulnerable and if you stay with yourself, the moment it goes into projection, it will not end well. The moment we point the finger and say you did this or whatever, it will not work. But if I come and share, wow, our last meeting was very painful for me, and I just would like to clear the atmosphere. It's just for me.
Yeah.
And, it's, yeah, I have to see how I'm dealing with when somebody shouts at me, or, just to make clear that that is not appropriate for you. I don't know. You will see
Yeah.
how your system shares. I'm more saying how it sits here. It's like I have, oh my gosh, when I have sometimes when I was shouted at in the process of learning, I would say no. I would like I was amazed how well that worked for my system. No, I'm not interested in this conversation. I'm happy to come back, but no,
Yeah.
this is not possible. And then I would leave. And that has been very, very, very healthy for me. And it has changed a lot in that dynamic, so that would not happen anymore even. So, but that's just me, so it's every system is a bit different. Mm. So it's a journey. That's what I'm saying. It's a journey, but
Yeah,
it's like
it feels
taking
like
care.
really, really good. It feels like also coming that some dynamics that are playing for like long, long times are
Mm.
changing. And that with that also becomes this new,
Hallelujah.
yeah,
That is so good to hear. Be gentle with yourself.
yeah,
Yeah, and maybe with the other two, you'll see,
yeah.
because there is no bad intention on the other side too. It's just
No, I can see that. I can see that
dynamics.
even more clear if we speak like this also, that
Yeah.
I feel immediately also more love and compassion, and that nobody's wrong. Yeah.
It's
Um,
dynamics, huh? And
yeah,
it's oh gosh, if you get through that, is fantastic. If you can
yeah,
invite something new into that, wow,
yeah.
wow. Mm, mm.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
I'm
thank you
so
for
happy
bringing.
that you are online again. I
Yeah,
missed
gosh.
I missed you. Yeah,
Oh, thank
I missed
you.
it with everybody. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Are you well? Did you have a good
Yes,
time? Yeah.
yes, I'm
Yes.
well. All is okay here. Yeah. Mm.
Mm,
Yes.
thank you.
Mm. You're
Ciao.
so welcome. Thanks for bringing this, Eva.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And thanks for hosting us.
Pleasure.
Susie. Oh, can't hear you yet. Still not. Nope. Still can't hear you. Hmm. Maybe restart. That works sometimes. And then you come. We'll be here. Laura.
Let me just get you up. Yeah, Zoom's definitely changed, hasn't it? Okay. Mhm.
Life is good.
Mm, depends how you look at it. It's very complicated.
Oh.
Um,
Ah.
yeah, I wanted to bring something. I don't know if I need to talk about it, but it kind of feels like I want to talk about it. I think I go to university here.
Mm.
It's been massively difficult for me.
Mm.
And I've kind of got away with it up until now, because now we have to do groups and sharing.
Mm.
And I just go into so much anxiety. And yesterday I got to the class and I couldn't even go in. Like, my body just went into this absolute freak out. And I can't even kind of watch it because it's so intense. And it's kind of like, logically, all of this we've done, logically, I feel like I'm over that, and yet something happens. So yeah, and then it has ramifications. Like, there's a lot of anxiety in my body today. Yeah. And it's a big part of my course now, like being in groups and sharing, and as soon as like my name is mentioned or I get looked at, I'm just in this complete anxiety is the only word how I can describe it. Like, my body's shaking and I can't speak, and yeah, and there's a massive part of me that's like, if it wasn't for this course, I would not be pushing myself to work through this. Like, I'd give myself time, because it has changed a lot the last 5 or 6 years. Like, it has improved, but not to the degree that it's able to do these groups at uni. But I don't have a choice. So it's like I'm having to force myself in these awful situations, but I have to do it. Yeah. So anyway, that's yeah. And I think there's other things going on in my life that are making me quite sensitive. So it's making it increased, but it's still something that's been part of my life for a long time that's really coming to a peak.
So I have a question, because right now you're sharing the situation, and you're sharing very vulnerably and very
Here is
clear.
fine. Yeah.
So what's the difference between here and there?
Yeah. I obviously think a lot about this.
Yeah.
I mean, here I'm very safe. I'm very used to everybody. I've been with you guys for 7 or 8 years now, and I've been through a process. Like, when I first joined these groups, I couldn't talk, and then I did, and then I'd shake, but it was so welcomed and acknowledged and understood. Uni's a completely different space.
Yes. So it's not safe. When that's one of the things, when that
The
group you're
body
in,
doesn't feel it's safe.
it doesn't feel safe. Yeah. Would it be possible? I mean, I'm just playing because I have no clue. Would it be possible to share that?
Again, like, that's something I've been aware of doing for a long time and I want to do, but it's so it's so
difficult.
wildly different to like this now. There's such
Yeah.
a there's so many layers to it. Like this massive fraudulence comes up because
Yeah.
like there's other people in the class that are actually more anxious and less confident, but they're still able to speak. And so then I go into this thing of I just don't even feel I can share that because I feel like a fraud in a way.
Okay.
And I'm in so much stress that I just can't get anything out.
Yeah, I hear you. So let's see if we can find anything that you could share. Let's just go step, back. Oh, I could do this. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
can you find something that would be
Yeah.
possible?
I mean, I've been trying to get creative today because yesterday was so extreme. And the only thing I thought might be possible is that I ask them all to close their eyes when I'm talking.
Oh, wow.
But it just,
That
it's
is
so
creative.
like, it just feels so, I don't know. Like even that, like yeah.
I would say, wow. Also, it would be such a gift for everyone because it's an option for everyone to learn, the anxiety level that plays itself out in so many people, Laura. And, to see what it does. I mean, we've played with that in our retreats many times, in the chair process. And so we would have people close their eyes or just not take their attention away, but consciously not looking at. And it's huge what happens. So it would be a gift. I like that you take a breath. See, that you can find that option. It would be amazing to bring that. And it would be a gift for everyone. It's a big learning, actually.
I feel all this judgment coming up, like towards the people, and I don't know, like, yeah, I can see that my own judgment towards them is what I'm afraid of, like, coming back at me.
Yeah, of course. If possible, leave that alone and just go with what could work.
Yeah.
Possible, leave that alone. That's a spiral into hell. That's
But
what
I think
everyone.
that's what creates the anxiety, like all this unconscious judgment around what people are thinking and what I'm thinking, and that real awareness that people can see what like I'm so aware of my judgments and
Yeah, I wouldn't spend a moment with that, to be honest. I would spend only time with what could work. What could work? How can you contribute to something new? And I find it brilliant that you come up with asking, please close your eyes. Oh, I find that absolutely amazing. Inspiring. I would only go with that because, that's that leads into the light. All the other stuff, if you go with judgment and what the mind is doing, the mind is always coming up with some bullshit. No way. If you go with that, oh my gosh, you can't live. But if you go with that inspiration of, wow, how about, let's see if that works and what that brings. People will never forget. People will never forget. Mm. And your system came up with this by itself. How is it hearing that?
it's got two things, like it's got the opening and the potential and the invitation, and then it's got the old pattern where it's like I just don't believe anything can work, and I'm afraid to try, and yeah, all of that stuff as well.
Yes. And which pathway do you want to support?
It's so interesting for me, like at uni, like nobody has seen this part of myself. Like I'm such an anxious person there. I never like contribute or share or offer anything, and it's like people will just be like, well, she could never be a counselor, like she's just, you know, and it's just like these two versions of myself that are yeah, that's why it has the fraudulence about it, like, yeah, I don't know.
Only if you believe in that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so beautiful. That's why all those sages, all the people that have explored before us, and all those people that are exploring, they all say, don't believe the mind. And that's what they mean. Don't entertain any of those thoughts, any of those judgments. Go, if possible, go with the that which just opened up. It's like an inspiration of, how about I'm asking everyone to close their eyes? And then just going with that. And all the other stuff, leave it alone. Don't believe in anything the mind says if it's not supporting a new pathway that opens up into the bigger.
It's so subtle that clever, like I don't even see it half the time. Like,
yep.
I mean,
it's asking you to be awake. It's asking you to be awake. Yeah, it's asking all of us to be awake.
and once the body's gone, like once the body's in that fight or flight, there's just no chance. But I mean, there is, but currently it's felt like there's no chance.
Yes, you're right. There is no chance until it has unwound everything and then it comes to itself again. You're right. That's how it is. So who knows how many times we have to go through this experience until it's done and we're going for the bigger. For that, what we're here for. Bringing an inspiration like that to people that have maybe never heard anything of that.
Okay.
Oh, what, you know. So that's your job. I love it. I love it.
I've known for a long time, like the potential of this experience of mine to be such a gift. But it always feels like over there, because currently it's just so difficult.
Obviously ready. You're obviously ready for something new.
And then the other reason to come here is like to rest. I mean, I've really gone out of practice of knowing how to rest. Like, life's busy and so much forward motion and just, not really being able to sit and be and like that, that's where my interest is.
That will be the next gift that you bring into those groups and into your life. Starting with us. Starting here.
Yeah, like here is the
Playground.
gift. Like, this is the only place I've really managed to move through a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, very lucky that you have a place.
Mm.
Yeah. Sounds wonderful to me, all of it.
Great. Glad it was for you. I'm just wanting to give it a minute to recognize the other way because it hasn't seen that for a while. If that's okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe you could come with me.
No, I will be by your
I'll
side.
pay for your flight.
I will be by your side. You can call on. You call me in when you go. I'm by your side. It will be my absolute pleasure. You can lean right into me. You can write me the time when when you're going. I tune in.
It's amazing to just notice all the areas that I've been ignoring that are, tight and carrying the anxiety, and like it's totally fine. It's really nice to give it some attention because I haven't been.
It's okay like this?
Yeah, feel like for the first time in so long, I'm just landing back in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad it's all back on.
Mm.
Been missing.
All back on. Thanks, Laura. Esther.
Hi, Meike.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I just want to let you know that I really miss this field from, okay, I have to make you some bigger. I really feel in my system, oh gosh, there's no working here, you know, no therapy, no working, no, and the way you invite to find the new pathways in your system, it's so sweet. Just want to say that I love it. I feel, yeah, there's a lot of tension here and excitement, and then I said, this is just a moment of, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You are back again. Yeah. And I really could relate with what Eva said. And, when someone gets angry at you.
Yeah.
There was a confrontation with a friend of me. And yeah, that was kind of ping pong, I guess. And now for the moment, we decide in this afternoon, we have an appointment at the library. We change everything we have from each other, like keys and so. And I feel the habit here, like to make myself bigger, not feeling. And so, yeah. Maybe a while after it gets better, but I'm not available anymore. That she shout at me in that way, and yeah,
That's good to be clear.
yeah,
And then there's also sadness, huh?
yeah. Because I know her for so many years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, but you know, we have no clue what happens out of setting a boundary, you know? Just saying, no, I really don't like that anymore. And we have no clue what comes next.
no,
Yeah.
oh, it's maybe, yeah. Up till now, my system has clumsy ways of setting boundaries, because that was actually the reason I set a boundary, maybe in a clumsy way, and then she really get out of her mind, and yeah. But here I am, and nice to have this opportunity to sit together and really feel. There's no demand on my system to work or change, or it's
yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
yeah, because in normal life it's acceleration
on acceleration, and then I can't resource anymore on myself,
Mm,
and then I go in survival modus. And,
mm.
okay.
Mhm. Thanks, Esther. Ah, Swantje.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. All is well?
Right now, yes.
Fantastic. Right now, all is well. That's so wonderful.
Yeah, I'm on vacation and I'm
Oh,
at my mother's place right now.
mm-hmm. Where's that? South Germany or?
It's in Koblenz in the middle.
Mm. I've been to Koblenz once or twice. It's nice. Mm.
And it's good to be out of home because at
Mm.
home some patterns are moving.
Yeah,
When I'm out, it gets more silent.
yeah, yeah. That's good.
Yes.
Mm. It's like you get a different view again, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm also very happy that these meetings are starting again. I really, really missed them.
Oh, that's so good to hear. That's so good to hear.
Yeah, but the last month there was time to be with the person and with the story and more doing more reflections. So that was also well.
So precious to spend a moment together, huh? Mm. Taking the time to feel into each other, and kind of saying hello into places that we haven't said hello in a while. Mm.
when it comes to the point to show myself and to speak, there's still a little nervousness, but I can better be with it and not be all over the place.
I can feel that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it comes along with a kind of trust which I have with you and the group. Yeah.
Such a compliment to all of us. Oh, I mean, what a privilege and pleasure to provide or invite a space like this, huh?
Yes.
Just where we can be, at least for a moment or two. Just that. Oh my gosh, nothing, not to show off or just simple, ordinary. Same boat, you know, nobody actually has a clue what's going on. What a trip it is, huh? What a journey. Everything made up in a certain way. It's like, oh my gosh, that makes it so serious sometimes. And then when we see together, wow, gosh. Nobody has a clue how to be, what to do, how to move, how to anything in a way. And for a moment, we just hold hands and say, yeah, it's okay, it's all right. It's all right. Luxury. What a luxury. And it makes it so intimate in a way, doesn't it? It's like all those masks and all those, everything we've built up to be somebody, to be a personality or be, you know, somebody strong or something, just something, somebody. Just for a moment it can relax. It's so intimate. It's so intimate. It's like heart to heart. Couldn't be more intimate. Nothing to hide. Because nobody has anything anyway. All made up. It's all made up. Oh, and then that love that starts flowing. Oh, yeah, take my heart. It's yours. I know it's in good hands.
It's only the body that has the memories and the thoughts.
Yeah. It's powerful enough, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Gosh, somehow it tries to confuse us and tries to tell us that it has to be a certain way and we've got to work and we've got to do all those things. And it's pretty powerful. But then those moments of clear seeing, and just it opens up like that. Isn't it? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. And can't speak about that either. just when it opens, and wow, then it's just all clear.
Thank you, Meike.
Thank you, Swantje.
Much-
Schönen Urlaub.
Ja, danke.
Also,
Hello. Hi, Mike.
also,
Mm.
you're
I
back in
could-
WA.
Hmm?
You're back in Denmark?
Back in Denmark, yeah.
Yeah,
About
I can see the wall. I recognize the wall.
it's my home. My big
You are in your sweet home again.
Yes. I'm glad we're getting back together again. I just so love this space to just be like this. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I had such big openings in the retreat with Isaac in Germany.
Oh, oh, how wonderful.
You know, just and staying with me, just the sense of there's nothing to do. You know, things happen, stuff comes up, but somehow there's this deep knowing that there's nothing to do about it. That's just, it's just happens. This is remarkable. Yeah,
Oh, oh.
yeah. Mm.
Good news. Good
Oh,
news. And
it's great news. God, it
Mm.
makes life simple. I mean,
yes, it
what a
does.
lot of complications we get into if we try to solve all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm. And right now, my life is in front of me like a blank canvas. I have no idea what's going to happen. Will there be another camper van or not? Will there, anything? Nothing.
I mean, truth is, it's always been like that, Elsa.
Yeah, yeah. Usually there's a lot more ideas about it.
That's the joke. That's the joke, isn't it?
It is. It is. And the mind once in a while wants to have an idea, and somehow I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. So glad to hear.
Yeah, yeah. So it's unpeeling moment by moment. Mm. 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 And it's funny how every time before I put my hand up, there is that hesitation, something around, like being found out for not being what I really am. It's like, what? What's the chance of that?
Yeah. I'm so glad it doesn't stop anything,
No,
that idea. Yeah.
no.
Mm.
Doesn't get much chance these days at
Mm.
all.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like it's coming slowly but surely to peace, huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
We can kiss it just a little more, so we can go to sleep now.
No.
Mm. To heavenly sleep.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
not needed anymore.
Yeah. And just all these beautiful moments in my days when everything goes empty, just totally empty,
Mm.
blank,
Mm.
like the sweetest silence.
Mm.
And the knowing that I love nothing more than this, like I get tears in my eyes, just, like, oh. Mm. Mm. And as I speak it, I notice there's a layer of fear because the search for excitement has been somehow wanting to avoid loneliness. I
Oh.
guess that's the sense that comes with it right now. And somehow with there being that much really solitude and silence, there's also an aloneness, but it doesn't feel like loneliness, but the fear of loneliness shows up.
Mhm.
Mm.
Good to acknowledge it.
Yeah,
And there it goes.
there it goes. Because when these days, when the idea of excitement turns up, there's just this not interested.
No.
Oh, not going there.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mm.
Oh, huge homecoming, huh? I
Mm.
mean, another step, kind of another step of homecoming. That's how it
Mm.
feels.
Mm. Yeah, just felt this connection in our hearts, like deepening, just mm. Mm. Oh, wow. Thank
Mm. Mm.
mm, 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 mm,
Thanks,
Mm.
Elsa. Oh. Mm.
thank you. Mm.
Marisha.
Hey, Meike and all. Mm,
Hi.
Just kiss the moment together. Mm, mm, mm. No clue, no clue. Mm, mm. I told you before that I will miss you, so you knew it. Mm, mm. Thank you for coming again.
Mm. Karma.
Hey, Meike.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it over there?
It's better now. It was still hanging on there at the beginning. Amazing. All this talk of anxiety, and it's just in all of us, and it's always trying to hold on. Yeah.
It's like every system knows it, huh? Every system knows it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't met a system that doesn't know it.
Mm.
Might be somewhere.
Mm. Mm.
It's also good to know that even anxiety can pass, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like becoming comfortable without the anxiety or with less anxiety. How does that flow? How does that sit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Does your system experience a lot of anxiety in a day, or?
A lot less these days.
A lot less.
A lot
Oh.
less since it's been coming to these meetings.
Oh, far out. That sounds
Yeah.
so good. A lot less. That's so
Ah,
good.
entirely different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And often when it does show, it is seen a lot earlier. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mm.
Gosh, do we love hearing that?
Yeah. Mm.
Did you feel that?
Oh. It has a bit of a thing here about like it can feel very comfortable in its own system, in its
Yeah.
own space,
Yes.
and it knows that it can hook. So there's an uneasiness about meeting
Yeah.
in case it does the hook, because
Yes.
it's not sure where it's actually, you know, what it's actually even about.
Far out.
Mm.
So how about not having to meet?
Mhm.
So kind of
Close the eyes. Mm.
just staying at home. Yeah.
Mm.
How about that? Not having to meet. I mean, you know that invitation of even eyes open, but not looking.
Yes.
You know, when eyes are wide, you know, when just the light comes in, but no focus. Yeah.
Mm.
So not having, when we're together, not having to meet, not having to do anything. Staying here.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very curious to hear what that does.
Yeah. It takes away a lot of pressure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm. And it
Yeah.
touches on whether it's going to be good enough or not when it does meet. Yeah, that takes that away also.
Okay. It takes that away.
Mm.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, and I'm curious, you know, I'm just talking about my personal experience. You know, when I'm sitting with you, I never come out to meet.
Mm.
It's so paradoxical in a way, because it seems the more I'm here with myself, the more meeting is happening.
Yes.
It's a really strange thing. It's like the moment I'm coming out to meet, it's as if meeting can't happen. It's as if there's an effort in there, and then it's looking or doing
Yeah.
something.
Complexing. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's so the other way around. It's like the more I'm right here, whatever that means, whatever that it's what it actually means is not going anywhere. That's when there's meeting. It's like all of a sudden it just all opens up to, oh wow, molecules, atoms, waves, particles. A wave that's
Yeah.
called karma, or
Waves.
frequency or vibration or whatever you want to call
Yes.
us, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's play with that again if you like to.
Please, yeah. Because like it's I'm going to take this out. Sorry.
Yeah.
There. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, I put them back in. They're very, sorry. Thank you for waiting. They're very efficient earplugs, and it displaces the system a bit because it's blocking out everything else.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so here we are.
So yeah, here we are. And it's
Noth-
true
yeah.
that when there's more visual and there's more, when there's a concept of another and this,
Yeah.
it gets complex. When there's just, sometimes it connects with, and it's in with itself, and it connects very finely.
Yes.
But when it's here physically,
Yeah.
it's not quite sure how to stay back in that.
Yeah. I totally understand. Mm. Mm. Know that in my experience too, definitely. Gosh,
Thank you.
the experience has been for a long, long time without even knowing. It would always jump out of itself, kind of.
Yeah.
Didn't know even how to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's play.
Yeah, so as I spoke that, it felt really heavy. Oh.
Wow. Mm. So nowhere to go,
Okay.
nothing to do, no changing, fixing, anything, just here. Ah, just for one moment, right here.
Mm.
So intimate to me, so intimate.
Mm. It's very clean. Mm. Mm.
Say again that word.
It's not the right word. It's very clean. It's
Clean.
very clean. It's just very soft and sweet. And
Naked also.
Mm.
So I guess that's what you mean with when you say clean.
yeah, you can.
Mm.
Nothing else going on.
Nothing else going on. At home. To me, it's so at home.
Mm.
Mm. Also, sound changes and visual changes. It all becomes so much softer.
Mm.
I mean, you know, sometimes it's not clear if it really changes in the so-called outside, but you should see your appearance. It's just so clean. Mm. Mm.
Thank you. Thank you for, it's like it's qualifying this. It's not a good word. It's,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
thank you.
Mm.
So it's letting go of the trying.
It's just being, huh? It's,
Thank you.
you know, sometimes I've always seen that with animals, you know, like cows or horses, and they're just standing somewhere. You know, it's like you think they're not doing anything, and they're not doing anything, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, just there.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
just there. Doesn't mean that they not walk around, or but that that beingness is so can be so deeply felt or sensed.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm. No, thank you. Thanks for playing.
Ah, thank you. And thank you to the Sangam too,
Mm.
because yeah, it's very precious to be a part of this. So thank you, Meike.
Very precious to be part of this. Mm. Such a powerful invitation, huh? That for a moment, just being here. Mm. No special way to be. After having worked so hard to be somebody, something, we've worked hard, haven't we? I mean, oof, be something in this world. Thank you all for showing up again and again. Looking forward to meeting you all again soon. Mwah. Ciao, beloveds.